everyone, it's Marge from the library, and I'm back again today to show you another craft. So I was looking for an idea, and I was inspired by all of the beautiful rainbows that I've been seeing that people have hanging in their windows at their homes, that some of their children have colored, and the rainbows are in support and tribute to the wonderful first responders, doctors, nurses, EMTs, our grocers, all the people that have been putting themselves at risk to take care of all of us. So I wanted to do something that was a rainbow that we could make and show our support for them. So what we're going to make is this rainbow here. And again, I tried to come up with something that you could make with items that you might have in your house so that you wouldn't have to go out and do any shopping. So what this is made of is some rope, and it could be any kind of rope. If it has some cotton in it, that would be best. This particular rope is about 1/4 of an inch thick, but it could be thicker, it could be thinner. Then we're going to see if you have any scraps of yarn around the house. If you don't have yarn, if you have ribbon, you could use ribbons. Anything that would be of various colors that you could use to wrap around the rope to make the colors. We're going to need a little bit of either masking tape or painter's tape, some sort of tape. Once again, we always need our scissors. And if you have it, this isn't absolutely necessary, but if you happen to have some type of wire and something to cut that with, that's helpful, but that part isn't absolutely necessary. So what we're going to do is we're going to take rope, and for whatever size you want your rainbow to be, it could be smaller than this, it could be bigger, we're going to make an arch shape, and we're going to start with the middle one. So here I have a piece of rope, and so let's say I'm going to start about like that. So I'm going to take my scissors and cut. Depending upon how thick your rope is, you might need some really good scissors. Okay. So there I have my inner arch. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of the tape, and I want to leave a little bit at the bottom of the rope because that's going to be at the bottom our cloud. So I'm just going to take the tape and I'm going to wrap it around like that. And then I'm going to match it up on the other side. Just like that. Now, if you don't have wire, you can start right away with wrapping the yarn. But what the wire does is it gives this a little bit more flexibility and a little more sturdiness to bend it to the exact kind of size that you want. So this is just a thin wire that I had around for, that I had used for a jewelry craft. And I'm just going to kind of tuck it in there and then just wrap it around just to reinforce the rope. Just wrap it around a couple of times. When I get to the one end, I'm just going to turn around and go back. And I'm making it kind of tight. I don't want it loose. And when I get to the end there, just cut it and then just tuck it in. So that just makes it more flexible. Okay, so now I'm going to take my yarn, and I'm just going to tie it at one end. Just tied it twice. Then I'm just going to start wrapping it around. As you can see, I'm just wrapping it around right next to the piece that's before it. Like I said, you could do this with yarn, with ribbon. If you have a thick embroidery floss or a very thick thread, you could do the same thing. And then you just keep going. You see? There we go. Now, in order to save some time so that you're just not sitting here watching me do it, here's a finished piece. So when I got to the other end, I just tied it, and now I'm going to trim these edges here, just like that, okay? And now what you're going to do is you're going to then take your next piece of rope and you're going to measure it to go around the outside of the first one, and you're going to cut it and you're going to line up the blue tape right next to it, and you're going to do your next color, and you're going to keep going till you have you want at least 4 colors. Here's the one that I've started working on, and here's the piece that's going to now go in the center. So you could see how each piece I measured out around it. I did the same thing with the blue tape. And so what I did was to glue this together. Once again, I used a hot glue gun. If you don't have a hot glue gun or you're not comfortable with a hot glue gun, that's fine. It's just that once you glue it, you're going to have to let it sit a little longer to dry. So with the hot glue gun, I'm just going to put the glue around. See if I could show you this. And then just line it up. Oops. Get some more glue. You can see. How it goes like that. Okay, so then the next step, do we let that kind of just get in there? We're going to take off the blue tape. Okay. And when we take off the blue tape, we're then just going to fray the rope. You know, rope is just like braided, so we're just going to kind of unbraid it. And we do that for all of the pieces going around. Again, just kind of fraying the pieces. And you're going to continue to do that. Take off all of the tape, fray the ribbons, and then when you're done, it'll look like this, and if it's not exactly even, then you could take the scissors and snip it across to even it out, and there you have your fluffy clouds. And there you go. Now you can hang this in your window, you can hang it on a door, but it's just a nice little way to have a rainbow. You could use different colors, you can use pastel colors, whatever kind of yarn you have or ribbons you have, and there you have your little rainbow. Okay, so again, I hope you'll give this a try, and everybody is staying home and staying safe, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you, everyone. Take care.